This is a HeadGum podcast.
Today's episode of Who Weekly is brought to you by the new series Dynasty, premiering next Wednesday, October 11th at 9, 8 Central on the CW. Care.com is the world's largest digital marketplace for finding and managing family care. Whether you need childcare while you're at work or want to line up a date night sitter, Care.com is there for you. Find sitters and nannies and housekeepers, dog walkers, senior care, tutors, errand runners, and more. Full-time, part-time, basically anytime. Care.com also provides access to a variety of background check options you can purchase to help you make the best hiring decision possible. Sure, I don't have a dog or a kid, but I know what it's like to need a little me time. For those who do, it's easy to replace those errands with you time as well. Why spend your weekends cleaning, driving, or dog walking? Let Care.com help you handle everyday tasks so you can spend more time with your family, or let's say recording your podcast. Just saying. To save 30% off a Care.com premium membership, visit care.com/who when you subscribe. That's care.com/who.
You will dream it.
Real. They want to know.
Hey.
Real.
Hey.
Real. Come on.
Hey. I want to be famous.
Welcome to Who Weekly, the podcast where you'll learn everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't. I'm Lindsay Weber.
I am Bobby Finger.
And if you don't recognize my voice, it's because I'm a little sick, so I sound like a sexier version of myself.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's sickness or allergies, like a cold?
I had like a tickle in my throat. You know when you like have that throat thing where you swallow but you still feel like there's stuff to swallow?
Yeah.
I have that. And then I woke up this morning with kind of this voice, like this version of me, which is great for like a sex phone line, but not great for Who Weekly or literally anything else that I have to do in my life, including our show this week in Los Angeles, which is going to be, hopefully I don't die before then, you know?
Yeah, I know. That reminds me, I should get a flu shot this week, I think.
That reminds me.
Like, yikes.
But I feel fine. My throat is the problem. But I soldier on for the sake of the podcast because, I know what's important in my life and I make sacrifices.
Not that I want to open with a lot of unnecessary banter, especially non-who related banter.
You always do, yeah.
But that reminds me, yesterday I was in the coffee shop and the woman who was sitting across from me, she was working on her own. She was working individually, and then I guess her friend showed up and was like, oh my God, hey, like Molly, whatever her name was. And the woman across from me started talking and her voice sounded a little hoarse and she sounded sick. And so her friend was like, oh my God, are you sick? You sound sick. And then the woman said, no, I'm not sick. I think I'm just allergic to cats again. And I was like, that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard, and I don't think that's true.
Wait, she's allergic to cats again?
Again. Cats. Ellipsis. Again.
Well, allergies can come and go, I think. Because you have, like, adult onset allergies. That's a thing.
I feel like, allergies are just such a weird gray area that I just don't trust anything when it comes to allergies. I do not trust what people say about their own allergies. I do not trust myself with allergies. I do not trust doctors when it comes to them because it's like, who knows?
I know that when I come near your cats, I want to die, so I must be allergic to them.
Yeah, but one day you're just not, and then the next day you are?
Well,
I don't think that's how allergies work.
But I wasn't allergic to them before a certain period in my life. I could touch cats and play with cats, and now I'm allergic to them. So I think now we're going to get like a doctor calling and being like, allergies come and go. But What I'm telling you is I know that there's such thing as like getting allergies later in life.
Yeah. And again, allergists, do not call in unless you have a scoop about Rita Ora, because I don't need to hear this. I just wanted to bring it up because I've never heard, I think I'm allergic to cats again.
It is funny that it would be like a passing thing.
Again, like it's back. Like it returns every 27 years.
I'm confused as why your voice would be hoarse from allergies. That seems like a weird...
I think she just had a cold and didn't want to say she had a cold. Because, whenever you have a cold, it's like you've got a scarlet letter and no one wants to be around you.
That's not true. That's only just you. That's only just you with people who have colds.
then it's just me. I don't want to be around sick people. I don't want to be around you in LA if you're sick. Take some Zicam. I'll bring you some Zicam. That's what I always
I
take
have
the moment
fucking Zicam.
The moment I get the tickle in my throat, I take Zicam. And also, again, people are going to call in and say that Zicam is bogus. Listen, placebo effect or not, I like it.
Okay, great. Now that we've literally
First
aired
call.
our grievances, yeah.
Speaking of things, Bobby doesn't like, here's a call about the Pioneer Woman.
Hey, Bobby and Lindsay. I had to pause because, oh my God, Pioneer Woman is just like a fountain of like early blogger drama. There were like lots of hate blogs about her, but honestly, like the thing I really remember is the time that she once wrote an entire essay about how having a black grandfather made her really special, and then said, just kidding, turns out he wasn't black, he was just a really tan white dude, and she had gone around in her white neighborhood telling everyone she had a black grandfather and being really proud of it. I don't know, like, I think that's like literally the whitest thing I had ever read on the internet at that point. It's like scrubbed from the internet right now. Sorry, this is really confused. This just like gave me a huge flashback to like early 2000s internet blogger drama. Good for Bella Thorne. Bye.
Interesting backstory for the Pioneer Woman.
I tried clicking on the story, so
You went to find it.
well, I went to find it and it is gone. It's not on her website, but apparently there's a line that says there were two whole distinct races of people, two separate histories pumping through my veins. I watched Roots and swelled with pride. I smiled knowingly at Viola, our black housekeeper. So again, this is not verified because I can't click on it and see it, but apparently there was at one point in time a Pioneer Woman link that was thepioneerwoman.com/confessions/I_had_a_black_G, presumably black grandfather.
Black G. No.
So
A black G.
So there are all these stories. If you look it up, like you can't find the primary source. Like you cannot find the article, but you can find plenty of people talking like
This just
in
proves
furor.
that you cannot be a blogger for so long without having whatever problematic part of you somehow seeps out in like the 8 years that you're a blogger. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No matter how buttoned up you think you are, there is going to be something that you do on this blog, if you are blogging every day or whatever, that comes through and bites you in the ass, and deservedly, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god! So here's a woman. Oshida. I've never heard of her. Oshida Moore wrote about this in 2013 in an article called "Oh Honey, Come Here. I Think Your Privilege is Showing," and it's about her experience of like watching The Pioneer Woman and then finding this article on her website, and she uses some of the same quotes. So I'm assuming everything appears to prove that this article did in fact exist, but when you click on
This
it
would
now,
be quite the
it
thing
goes,
to make up.
When you click on it now, it just gets a 404 error that goes error 404, whoops, and then it's a picture of Lad on his ass.
Oh, silly old lad.
It goes whoops. Yeah, that's the noise you make like with a slide whistle after you find out that the Pioneer Woman wrote about having a black grandpa when she didn't actually have a black grandpa.
I will say most of our listeners that I saw throughout places were actually quite mad at us for slandering the Pioneer Woman. People love her.
People loved her.
Right. And people love her food. Should I play this other call? I feel like
Please,
I want to give a balanced look
Fair and
at,
balanced. Oh god. Okay.
I just want to be balanced. I did not know about. Also, I learned a new thing about the Pioneer Woman that we didn't know. Do you know her real name is Anne Marie?
Oh yeah, we found out because someone called in about it. Yeah.
Like Anne Marie, like Anne Marie.
Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Bobby. It's your biggest black fan here in Texas. So today sucks because it's October 2nd and everything that's happened in Vegas. I woke up to that this morning and immediately needed to decompress after hearing your favorite president, Trump. But listen to the podcast, listen to you guys, to only hear you go off on my favorite. I love Ree Drummond. I know she has no charisma, but her food is delicious. Let me tell you. I make one of her meals at least once a week. My little kids who are 7 and 3 gobble it up. They don't eat a lot. You know, they're picky eaters, but anything by Ree Drummond, I can get both my husband and my kids to eat. So it's a win. And you guys are just going off on her, and my heart is breaking. I know she has no charisma. I know she is just very basic and vanilla, but her food is delicious. You should try it. I would suggest the Philly cheesesteaks. If you're feeling really adventurous, the Cajun chicken pasta or her lasagna is amazing. But, you know, thanks for providing a little bit of chuckles on this very, very dire day. Have a good one, you guys. Good form, Bella Thorne.
Also, I tried to say this in Monday's episode. I do understand that Ree's food is good. Like, I watch it. It's fun to watch because, like, the food looks good. Like, I watched an episode last night. Again, I'm a freaking nightmare. I watched an episode last night about street tacos because her daughter Alex.
No.
Her daughter
She
Alex
did not make
just
street tacos.
Her daughter Alex just came back from her first year at college in Texas, but they didn't say what city in Texas. It was very weird. They refused to mention the college, I guess to keep her privacy. They refused to mention her college or the name in Texas, just that she goes to college in Texas and it's obsessed with street tacos. So she did street taco night for the cousins. And they looked really good. I just hate listening to her voice.
I mean, she wouldn't have the food is the first thing that has to be good, like has to be vetted. You know, clearly this woman wouldn't be successful if the food wasn't good and easy to make for people.
I just feel like the barrier to entry, like if you're good at food and making aesthetically pleasing food, you have a food blog or cookbooks. But if the barrier to entry to turning that into a TV career is being good on camera, and she somehow, I don't know, she somehow crossed that barrier without the skills. And I'm sort of impressed by her. And now she's going to have a really successful Walmart line.
And you can't stop watching. Basically.
I can't stop watching it. I DVR it, guys. Listen, I'm helping her ratings. Just
okay. We're moving on from Anne Marie. And
okay,
her
we've got
husband,
a 404 error on the rest of our Anne Marie conversations.
Chicken quesadillas with a great pico de gallo on the side make a perfect super fast supper when Lad and the boys get home from football practice.
It's really good.
Hey, Lindsay and Bobby, it's Spencer in LA. This is about two thems, just a comment on your recent episode. Shania Twain definitely has not met Brad Pitt, and he probably wouldn't be up for a photo op with her because pretty sure she meant what she was saying, that he did not impress her and that don't impress me much. I think the lyric was referencing when Brad and Gwyneth Paltrow were dating, and he had like naked paparazzi photos that were published in a tabloid, and he sued the tabloid. And it was like this big scandal. I think he actually ended up winning the case. But I guess she, like, her whole story was like she was baking cookies or hanging out with a friend, and there were like, tabloids out, and she, everyone was talking about it, and she was like, I don't get it. Like, he's not that impressive to me. So anyway, that's the story in case you didn't know. And hopefully I will see/hear you guys at the show in Los Angeles. All right. Good fun, Bella Thorne.
Love that call. See you in LA. That is a great call.
That's a really great call. But I want to say I'm mostly just excited that she promoted our show at the end of it. Great. Good for you,
No,
Colin.
that's what I was referring to also.
No, that is a great call. Really good Shania Twain, Brad Pitt information.
I don't remember that story, but
Me either.
It doesn't surprise me. So I guess basically he had naked photos. Tabloids were asking other celebrities about the photos in just the way that they do. And she said, I don't even get what the big deal is. Like, he's not impressive. Is that it?
I mean, that's how I interpreted it.
All right. I refuse to Google.
There was a scandal of him and Gwyneth where there were naked photos of them. Okay? And this was like all the rage, right? And so I just thought, well, I don't know what all the fuss is about. And this is where I got this is where I took it from. I'm like, well, that don't impress me much. I mean, what is all the fuss? We see people naked every day.
Hi, Lindsay and Bobby. Long